My name is Marco Gonzalez. I'm the owner of the Gonzalez Law Group. We represent Sarah Olson in a family divorce matter. I know I've said that before. I know y'all are not here to hear from me, but I just thank y'all for coming on out because I know it's been a couple of weeks. I know people have been wanting to hear from Sarah, the mother of young Samuel, and so it's been some time for her to, I guess, cope with everything and her to get her emotions, in order and enough time, for her to be ready to speak with y'all. But with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Miss Sarah Olson.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I guess I'm going to start off by asking if we could just take a minute to have a moment of silence for my son and just pray for him. I don't really know how to do this sort of thing, so just if y'all have any questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
Sarah, first, can you just talk about the toys you brought?
Yeah, Sam was obsessed with Toy Story ever since he was a baby. He loved Toy Story, and Buzz and Woody, those two were his favorite, but he loved all of them. He loved Toy Story.
How are you holding up now in light of everything you've been through?
I'm holding up. I just, it's hard. I'm just taking it day by day. Nobody ever expects something like this. I still am trying to, understand things.
I know in your statement you talked about your ex being charged. And no one's been charged with murder yet, obviously. What do you hope as far as perhaps upgraded charges and other people being charged?
I believe the police have all the information that they need. And as far as charges, they know what they're going to do.
What would you say to Theresa Balboa? At one point, she had, apparently told police that you hit the boy. Now she's the one facing a charge in connection with the case. What would you say to her?
I have nothing to say to her.
What do you miss the most about your son?
Having him. He was sweet. He was very obedient. He was definitely a mama's boy.
So Sarah, you were trying to go through the legal ways of getting him back in your possession.
Yes, I was. Dalton took Sam last January in 2020 and never returned him. Actually told me that I would never speak to him again. And I called police after police trying to figure out what I could do, and it was a civil matter. So I had to take it to court. And, things can be slow.
When was the last last time you were able to spend time with Sam?
May 31st of 2020. It was his birthday party.
Can you talk more about what that interaction was like? You remember what happened? Your moments with him?
Yeah, when I got there, he told me, "I knew you would come for me." And, you know, he just basically stood with me the whole time. And I was planning on taking him home that day, but I was stopped.
So were you able to talk to him on the phone or communicate with him at all? Not at all.
Dalton, no. I was not allowed.
What would you say about Dalton's choices as a parent? With whom, you know, who was taking care of Sam?
I don't know how to comment on that anymore. I don't know.
Where were you when you found out the news that the body was identified as Samuel's, and what went through your mind?
Well, when I found out there was a body, I was actually downtown Houston Police Department, and I just walked out and had my phone in the car, and that's when I heard that there was a body. And I don't know, when they gave me a couple of days, you know, they knew it was him right away. I just...
I would assume you want justice, but what does justice look like for you, or what would that mean for you?
For the people involved to get, you know, legally what they deserve. And just a lot of change needs to happen in the legal system, among the people, among parents. You know, it's not just my kid. It's not just me. It's a lot of people going through not the same thing, but the same thing. And something needs to be done.
And has Samuel been laid to rest? Has there been a funeral, or what?
He is currently at the funeral home still.
Anything you want to say to the public? This case has obviously captured the attention of our community. Anything you'd like to let people know about that we haven't asked?
I don't know.
We both spoke with the new police chief, Troy Finner. We had a conversation, me, Sarah, and Mr. Finner, and Mr. Finner assured Sarah that he's got everybody on it, and that anybody who is liable in any way, you know, on any part of this is going to be brought to justice. And I truly, you know, believe Mr. Finner and his words and his sincerity. There's been a lot of lies, you know, on the other side concerning this from the start. For them to try to put it on my client Sarah with that concocted story about somebody impersonating a police officer was absolutely, you know, insane. You know, and for, you know, Sarah to have to hear that, you know, but that she was trying to put some blame, you know, for this was absolutely absurd. And I mean, it's just been really tough, you know, with Sarah right now. You know, young Samuel has not been able to be completely laid to rest because now that there's some I guess details, you know, with the death certificate and everything that we need to hash out and iron out, you know, and Sarah wants a cremation, you know, for young Samuel, and so we need hopefully the cooperation of Dalton, you know, to get this done. But so that seems like what's holding things up right now. And that's a very unfortunate, right now. So I mean, obviously we will keep y'all posted, on that, so that way, Samuel can completely be laid to rest here shortly. But we just want to make sure that everybody that had any kind of involvement, with Samuel's murder, is brought to justice. And I just hope that from all these lies that have been said, the truth will come out. And I know that's what Sarah wants. I know she's, still in distress, obviously, as any parent would in this situation. But hopefully the truth will come out, and people that will stop their lies, and this investigation will move forward, and everybody involved will be taken care of.
When was your meeting with the chief?
We met, was it last week? Yeah, last week. I met with him in person like 2 weeks ago, and then we spoke on the phone again with him last week on this, and his emotions, from Mr. Finner, seemed very sincere, and he was, very adamant about telling Sarah that he's got everybody on and doing everything they can, and I know these type of situations take, some time, especially when people are gonna keep on with lies and not come forward with the truth. But hopefully, with all the investigators, they're doing their job, then the truth will be found out. So Mr. Finner, wanted to speak with Sarah, and I know Sarah, has been reluctant to speak to the media. I mean, because this is kind of overpowering, as well, to be on this side, there's about a dozen, cameras, on her right now, and so obviously she wasn't ready, for this, but she had the courage, at least enough, to speak with Mr. Finner over the phone on a three-way call last weekend, and he gave her a bunch of assurances, and I know Mr. Finner will come through on his word. And the whole, police department and everybody involved, the DA's office, everything, should do their job for Samuel's sake, because that's what Sarah wants the most, is justice for her son, the truth to come out, because it's just horrible set of facts, horrible set of facts.
Sarah, have you spoken with Dalton recently?
Sarah, do you believe there is somebody else involved besides Balboa?
I do.
Who? Talk this one, sir.
The police know. The police will find out. But yes, I do. I do believe that it is more than just her.
Any idea why? Why would Sam be killed?
I have no idea.
Can you share with us your favorite memory, your best memory of your son?
I mean, I always loved when he called me beautiful.
Sarah, do you believe Dalton is involved?
I do. I don't see how he couldn't. With all the evidence that has now been brought to life, how are you not involved?
So do you think that you'll have a public memorial, or will it be private?
I'm not sure yet.
Do you recall what were your last words to him on that May 21st party you were able to see?
Yeah, I told him I loved him and that everything would be okay.
Was that at Dalton's mother's house?
It was.
And that was what the Galveston incident was?
It was.